Good afternoon, everyone. It's Thursday, August 20th, 2009. It's small swell out there today, but that's going to be changing very shortly. We do have some southern hemisphere swell headed up for the weekend. It's going to get bigger, though, early next week. A couple problems, though, to report on the horizon. We've got a strange weather pattern forming, and there is a slight chance of rain in the forecast. That's going to be coming in probably Friday into Friday night and Saturday morning. Also, possibly some wind issues, too, from a low-pressure system that's sitting off the shore. And it's supposed to be coming through around Sunday and kick up some winds then. So I wanted to give you a full breakdown of everything that's going to be happening, swell, wind, and weather-wise. This is what's happening on the models right now. Starting off, taking a look at the weather models. Here we can see on this relative vorticity model, the high pressure more or less in blue and low pressure in red. See that there's a low pressure system sitting right off the coast. That's supposed to be moving through the area on Sunday. When it does, that could kick up some onshore winds, especially then. So we might see onshore winds pick up Sunday a little bit earlier than normal, but that high pressure system is something that's going to be somewhat problematic over the next couple days. High pressure almost always means nice clear blue skies, but we've got a little bit of a problem. We've got some tropical moisture down to our south, and that high pressure is spinning clockwise. That's looking to tap into that moisture. By the way, just wanted to point out Hurricane Bill, which you can see on this model, off on the right-hand side of the screen. Coming back, though, to our neck of the woods out here in the Pacific, if we move these models forward in time, keep an eye on that tropical moisture, you can see that here in about 24 hours out, that would start creeping up toward the area. Then another 48 hours out, this is when we're looking into Friday night into Saturday morning, we could be well entrenched with tropical moisture over the area. Tropical moisture in itself doesn't mean we're going to see rain, but as we can see by the precipitation models, we already have some hints of that sitting off the coast. This is an analysis just recently taking a look at what's happening out in the Pacific and across the continental United States. Moving the models forward in time, we can see that some of that moisture wants to approach the California coast. And that precipitation could start creeping into California, especially here we're looking at Friday night into possibly Saturday morning. This model shows it more or less around northern and central California, but a lot of other models also show that that could be creeping in toward the south. So taking a look at the National Weather Service forecast, we can see that Friday through Saturday night there's a 20% chance of rain. This is a forecast for near the coast. Mountains and deserts have a much higher precipitation chance. By Sunday, it looks like that would be clearing out, but Sunday's the best chance for winds to pick up as that low pressure system moves through the area. And then Monday, things should get more or less back to normal, and that's when swell should increase. I want to show you what's going on with all that. So you may recall from my previous reports, we've had an ideal circumstance down in the southern hemisphere with the jet stream just south of French Polynesia, off to the east of New Zealand, off Antarctica, bending northward. Well, the jet stream happens to be the storm track, so when swells start to break off, swell-making systems start to break off of Antarctica, they will follow that jet stream north, and that's exactly what's happened over the last few days. Since about a week ago, we've had a lot of luck down in that area. Taking a quick blast to the past, this is a model from a couple days ago. You might have remembered this from my last Swell Scan report. 35-foot seas breaking off of one particular system coming off Antarctica. That's a pretty good-sized fetch. There was one even days before that off Antarctica. One off Antarctica, though, will be bringing us some swell into the weekend, not as powerful as what we're seeing here. This particular system and one behind it took a nice trajectory, moving the models forward in time, seeing how that guy moved nicely to the north. Real good projection on that one. Not moving off to the east. We're going to get a lot of energy out of that before it would die off. So a lot of swell headed away from this one. That'll be filling in, though, on Monday, then another burst then on Wednesday. So if you take a look at the calculations on this, and you can get the calculations at any time for any of the swells you want to track off of my free Wavecast site at wavecast.com, we can see that this one would be located about 4,700 nautical miles away. Ideal angle, about 180, 190 degrees. Maximum face heights would be probably about 7 feet. So we're taking a look at something to be about head high to a couple feet overhead. That would be on Monday. The initial swell, though, coming in over the weekend would be small. That would be more moderate from an earlier New Zealand system. So seeing how this is all going to break down, this is one of the forecast charts, which you can get at any time over at my free forecasting site to wavecast.com. We can see that highlighted in yellow, those are the weekend days, pretty moderate for the first bursts of southern hemi that are going to be coming up, probably about chest high or so around Saturday and Sunday. And then you can see highlighted in red, those are the days from the better swell that will be coming up from what was just shown on the models, breaking off of Antarctica. That would probably be about head high at most south-facing breaks, and then about 2 feet overhead on the standouts coming through on Monday, lasting into Tuesday. Another burst then on Wednesday, and then backing off on Thursday. As far as the winds go, this is also one of the automated wind charts that I have run over at wavecast.com. Highlighted in red is Sunday. That looks to be the most problematic wind day, where early in the morning we could start seeing winds pick up between 7 and 10 miles an hour, and then in the afternoon well above 15 miles an hour, and that'd be from that one low pressure system moving through the area. And before wrapping things up and signing out, just wanted to mention, if you want to keep an eye on the swells as they're coming into Southern California, especially this next batch of swells that will be filling in over the weekend, then bigger next week, you can always follow it on Twitter. I've got it at twitter.com/wavecast, and twice a day you'll be getting some Twitter reports showing you the swell heights in Southern California and the estimated face heights as well. So that's the things are breaking down. Definitely have some southern hemisphere swell headed our way. Not sure how the weekend weather and winds are going to work out for us. Looks like we could get some slight precipitation over the weekend. Doesn't look like it's going to be much in the way of rain at all, but could then see some winds pick up on Sunday. Either way, weekend swell from the southern hemisphere looking to be about chest high at south-facing breaks. Then Monday, weather winds should clear up, and that's when we should expect the first of two bursts of southern hemisphere swell coming through, bringing Monday into head-high surf at most south-facing breaks, probably about 2 feet overhead at standouts. Tuesday probably about the same, and then Wednesday another burst to keep things going. Swell then backing down on Thursday. So it's looking like by next weekend we'd be seeing some smaller surf come through in Southern California. If you want to always get the latest ETAs on all the swell, wind, weather, tide, and more, you can always check out my SoCal Surf Report at wetsand.com.